The leaders sit around this summit table. One option they have is to invoke Article 5 of NATO's treaty, which says an attack on one NATO nation is an attack on all 32 members. Oana Lungescu, who served as principal NATO spokesperson for 13 years, says that's unlikely unless Donald Trump himself forces the issue.
I think if the President of the United States were to ask for allies to show solidarity, that would clearly be something that the other allies would take very seriously indeed. And that was very similar to what happened back on after 9/11, 2001, when the terrorist attack on the United States led to the first and only invocation of Article 5 of NATO, which eventually led to the operation in Afghanistan, where all allies were involved.
Secretary-General Mark Rutte faces the difficult task of keeping the NATO nations together at this time of great global tension. There is considerable unease in NATO capitals about what happens next in the Middle East, and some nations, including France and Norway, have questioned the legality of US military actions. But Rutte says he believes they were legitimate.
NATO has said Iran should not, and this is a consistent position of NATO, Iran should not have its hands on a nuclear weapon. So, and I would not agree that this is against international law what the US did.
The Hague is known as the International City of Peace and Justice, the base of the International Criminal Court and the International Court of Justice. Many experts here believe US military action was a violation of the UN Charter.
It's definitely disheartening that this prohibition to use force, which indeed predates the UN Charter, which is a very old and well-established international law, that's breached now so frequently, and then especially if it's being breached by permanent members of the Security Council. Here we can look at Russia, but now we can also look at the United States.
There is a packed agenda for this summit, ranging from NATO military spending to the conflict in Ukraine. But the escalating crisis in the Middle East is bound to dominate proceedings now. James Bays, Al Jazeera, The Hague.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.